I don't trust Stevie T. I do not trust Stevie T. In today's reaction, we are back on the one and only Stevie T. Yes, Stevie TERREBERRY. So we're in for a funny video. I have no doubt the tagline of the video is unbelievable mistakes left in songs. I imagine this is going to be the music version of like the Disney foul language, maybe. Let's check it out. It is always a good day to watch Stevie T. So, let's watch him. Let's get it.
Let me run this scenario by you. Let's say you're the drummer of a band, and you're in the studio recording, and halfway through recording, you mess up. What do? Do you keep going and hope no one notices?
Start
or
again.
do you stop and restart? Or do you yell Well, there's a band from the 60s called the Kingsmen who did just that. Their drummer was recording their song, and he messed up midway through, and he yelled and they left it in the recording. Let's take a listen to this together. I haven't actually listened to this yet. Heard it, I heard F-bomb alert. Did you guys hear it? It's really off in the distance, but you can hear
Yeah, both backstage. Yeah.
I don't know, kind of sounds a little like Yeah, no, I would have been pretty pissed if this were my band. I would have dragged the drummer out by the nipples and hang on. Dropping F-bombs in the middle of recording. Now, there's a huge mistake.
Why did they leave it in, though? Why would they leave it in? For that to be quirky? Or do you think nobody noticed? Or is that actually what that is? Okay.
Dropping F-bombs in the middle of recording. Now, there's a huge mistake in Roxanne by the Police. And apparently it was caused by Sting's ass. All right, now, just before the 2-second mark, we're
Please don't tell me he farts while they're recording. Come on.
Apparently it was caused by Sting's ass. All right, now, just before the 2-second mark, we're going to hear an accidental piano note and then Sting laughing. Let's listen. Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Let's listen again. You hear that? So what we're hearing there is Sting accidentally sitting on a piano during recording, and then he laughs about it. My ass is a terrible pianist. Don't like that sentence. I gotta figure out that chord.
Oh, if it had been a fart, he could have changed it to a wind instrument.
My ass is a terrible pianist. Don't like that sentence.
No.
I gotta figure out that chord. Yeah, it's right around here.
Just hits everything,
If you may notice a brown mark on these keys, it's because Sting's ass was there. It's right around here.
It's skid marks.
All the notes are right next to each other, which would be consistent with an ass cheek. Let's see if we can re-replicate this. I'm gonna pretend that I'm Sting on the night of recording. And it is over. You don't have to say about it to my ass. But I think the funniest part of all is in the album liners of this album, Sting is credited as playing butt piano. So they apparently thought this was hilarious.
What? No, they've not. They're not credited his ass. Surely they're not credited his ass.
Album, Sting is credited as playing butt piano. So they apparently thought this was hilarious, probably why they left it in the song and didn't delete it. My question is this. How does one exactly sit on a piano accidentally?
I sat on this air hoop. Oh my goodness, I can be so clumsy.
Sting.
I sat on the saxophone. I sat on this accordion. I can be so... won't you believe it? I sat on my bass player.
No, this isn't the first time.
Do you know what? Every time he does a Sting sketch, it's always hilarious. I mean, the one where he's saying he was perving at his sister in the shower and he punched him through the wall in one of the videos was absolutely hilarious. Again, Stevie T elaborating on not just sitting on the piano, but sitting on the saxophone and everything else. Okay.
Accordion, I can be so... won't you believe it? I sat on my bass player.
Now, this isn't the first time that someone's ass has made an appearance on a recording. In an early recording by the Beatles, Paul McCartney held a microphone up to his ass and farted just to be funny. And
No! Who used the microphone after Paul McCartney then? I bet nobody used it.
Paul McCartney
my
held a
God.
microphone up to his ass and farted just to be funny. And they left it in the song.
No.
Now you have to listen really, really closely. It's very, very hard to hear, but at 4 seconds in, you can hear it.
Oh, bloody hell. Quite the little piffle, isn't it?
Fuck off, Steve. You did that. I'm sat there listening like that really, really, really intensely, trying to block the music out to hear a fart noise, and Steve goes and puts one on over the bloody... Steve, you trolled me!
Hear it.
Oh, bloody hell. Quite the little piffle, isn't it?
Okay, I'm sorry I made that one up,
Yeah,
but this
you
next
did.
one is actually true. And it's in the song.
Do you know what? I'll give you that, Steve. You trolled me. I'm really, really into this listening as well.
Sorry, I made that one up,
Yeah.
but this next one is actually true.
Okay.
And it's in the song Hey Jude.
Right.
In one part of the song, Paul McCartney misses a piano chord or something, and he handled it like a true English gentleman by saying, "F***ing hell." All right, listen closely.
What are you trying to say about us English, Steve? You trying to say we swear a lot? He's right.
Gentlemen. By saying, "F***ing hell." All right, listen closely. Did you hear that?
I didn't.
Hell. It's all right. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what he's saying.
Oh, yeah.
Hell. Okay, yeah, dude, I guess he's
Yeah,
he's
there we
saying
go.
hell. I mean, I don't hear a mess up that would warrant a hell. I mean, who knows? Maybe Sting came up and like played Paul's piano with his ass. Oh, hell.
Oh, he's not going to let Sting go, is he? He is not going to... This is the one that's going to keep coming back, the Sting thing.
Sting came up and like played Paul's piano with his ass. Oh, hell. You know, I have to remember that these songs were recorded in like the 60s and 70s when you couldn't just click the delete button. They were recording probably reel to reel, which means that if they wanted to cut something out, they literally had to physically cut it. So
That's actually a good point. I never thought of that. I'm sitting there thinking, why did they leave it in? And I realised that what Steve said that, yeah, they're recording on tapes, aren't they? Recording on tapes, not recording on like digital delete and start again sort of thing. Right, okay.
which means that if they wanted to cut something out, they literally had to physically
facts.
cut it. So maybe that's why they left it in there, because they're like, well, I'm not spending an hour to get rid of that. The radio's gonna have to like it. Now this next one actually kind of blows my mind. But in the song Why Can't We Be Friends by War,
I don't know
the
it.
very intro has a bad keyboard note that they left in the recording. You don't have to listen hard to hear this one, it's very noticeable.
Okay.
Oh!
That's like, if everyone ever seen a comedy pianist called Les Dawson, a comedian from years and years ago, he used to play the piano like that on purpose and hit the wrong notes and look at the crowd. You know what I mean? That's what it reminded me of.
Oh! I would have never left that in the song.
No.
Sting's ass plays better piano than that.
See?
Oh, that's a bad note. That is bad. If they knew the song was going to be a huge hit, they might have cut that out. But apparently the band liked the unpredictableness and dissonance of the jazzy
humanness.
chords. But from what I'm hearing, it sounds more like a up.
Yeah.
I gotta replicate that note. Yeah, he hit that note right there. Like, this note is all the way over here. I don't know how he messed that up. Why can't we be friends? But what do I know? The song was a massive hit, but that note was a massive Now, Pink Floyd in their...
See, it just keeps bringing Sting back. Sting is obviously the gift that keeps on giving on this one. Oh, man, I love the fact that when he does, he's like... You know what I mean? It's just the guy just makes me laugh. Did he say Pink Floyd? Pink Floyd don't mess up, surely.
The song was a massive hit, but that note was a massive Now, Pink Floyd in their song Wish You Were Here
Right.
also has a mistake in there that I can't believe they would just leave in there.
Yeah,
During
right.
the intro, you can audibly hear David Gilmour coughing, apparently because he was a chronic smoker. Let's take a listen to this one. Hopefully this one's a little easier to notice. What the? That wasn't a cough. That was a. That was David Gilmour spontaneously combusting from the inside out. Like I was expecting a.
Yeah.
Not a. But apparently David Gilmour was not happy with this. Upon
Making
hearing
me cough.
himself in the recording, he apparently quit smoking cold turkey. And I guess if I heard myself going in a recording, I probably would quit smoking
Yes.
too. But David Gilmour isn't the only person with an audible cough in their recording. In Rolling Stone's Manchester Beat, you can hear Keith Richards coughing. Pay attention closely to about the 3-second mark, and you'll hear his
Right.
coughing. It's very hard to hear, so listen closely.
Keith? Keith? How are you still alive?
I'm sorry,
I hate you, Steve. I had the cough. I was like, okay, that is quite prominent. Keith, Keith, like, got me again. That's twice. I don't trust you, Steve. You prick. Let's go.
How are you still alive?
I'm sorry I made that one up. I couldn't resist. But let's be honest, it's surprising that Keith Richards doesn't cough in a song. Now this next one is an REM song called The Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight. Never heard it, but apparently Michael
recognize
Stipe in the recording laughs at himself because he can't pronounce Dr. Seuss. Let's take a listen.
Reading from Dr. Seuss, coming try to wake her.
Definitely sounded like Michael Stipe was laughing at himself, but it sounded like he pronounced Dr. Seuss just fine to
Yeah.
me.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss! I don't know, it's not that weird. Apparently he pronounces it Dr. Zeus. That's why he laughed, but I don't hear it.
Dr. Seuss, coming try to wake her.
I do enjoy his laugh though. Dr. Seuss! It's like someone gave him a little tickle, tickle, tickle. Beneath.
Stevie needs some new headphones. Just shakes a little bit, they fly out of his ears. Is he sponsoring them or something?
It's like someone gave him a little tickle, tickle, tickle. Beneath. I'll move on. You know, guitarists and singers just can't get along, can they? As demonstrated by the 1982 song Dyslexic. Eminence Front by The Who. In the first
Dyslexic, taking back to that other video where he kept saying dyslexic, however it was.
Dyslexic. Eminence Front by The Who. In the
Right.
first
Oh,
chorus,
nice.
Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend are both singing lead. But
Right.
apparently they did not read from the same teleprompter, because they each had different timing and said different things. Completely accidental. Let's listen. What the hell was that? I mean, that's my thought. Did you hear that? One of them goes, eminence front, and the other one goes, did Pete Townsend have a stroke? Man, it's a good thing they didn't let Pete Townsend sing on their other songs.
Out here in the fields.
Look at the face walk. Oh, he's got the same nose. Oh, it's not even what he's doing that's making me laugh. It's what they've done with the face warp. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, let's go back and start the sketch again. Woo, let's go.
Let Pete Townsend sing on their other songs.
Out here in the fields.
Oh, would you shut? Your timing is absolute ass! Now this next next one I'm just really excited about. This guy burps in the middle of his song, and they left it in there. This is a George Ezra song, Shotgun.
Feeling like someone with a south.
Nice, very nice consistency. That was a very nice burp. They made it part of the song. They almost turned it into a synth.
South.
Like, if you didn't know that was a burp, you would think it was like a synthesizer or something. A burpicizer.
It is.
That being said, this man is a huge artist. Burping unapologetically in your own material is immature and pathetic. Now this next song's a fun one.
I wouldn't expect the elaboration that much from Stevie T. No, I would expect the elaboration on the burps that much, is what I should have said.
Now this next song's a fun one. Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys. Barbara Ann. Sorry, but there's a mistake in the last verse that I swear to God the producer was probably ready to shoot every member of this band because they cannot sing in sync and none of them can remember the lyrics, and they just record a jumbled mess of poopery and they left it in the song. Let's take a listen. Wow. Go home, Beach Boys. You're...
Do you know what it sounds like? That? Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like when you 3 or 4 different people are talking to you at once and you're trying to work out what the conversation is.
Wow. Go home, Beach
terrible.
Boys. You're drunk.
Yeah. That is terrible, isn't it?
Now, apparently they were actually all piss drunk.
Well...
Go figure. But why would they leave that in the song, though? That is embarrassing.
Yes.
I guess they were trying to go for like a fun vibe, but this is more of a drunken stupor, can't remember our lyrics vibe. Like, could you imagine the look on the producer's face when they recorded this? What a useless bunch of drunks! You guys think it's Sting?
Knew it!
No, I'm sure that's not all the mistakes.
I knew it! I knew Sting would be coming back because he had the farts and the burps, and I'm like, where's Sting? I don't trust Stevie T. I do not trust Stevie T. I knew Sting would make another appearance. Ah! Fantastic.
You guys think it's Sting? Now, I'm sure that's not all the mistakes in famous songs. If you have any that I missed, leave them in the comment section. If you hate me, call me out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys.
That's scarily accurate. That is scarily accurate. Like, oh my God. That video seemed to get better and better and better. Started off a little bit of a slow burner, but by the end of it, I'm crying again. As Stevie T always has that effect on me. Oh, Sting! He goes in on Sting a lot, doesn't he? Especially in this one. I mean, like I say, I went to him last time, but I mean, wow. Oh my God. And this, this Who. I can't cope with him. All the farting and burping. I mean, you can see why they were left in for the simple fact of the technology at the time, because a lot of those were old. I mean, and the George Ezra one, you know, that could have been changed, but maybe he was sick and tired of recording that day. I'm not sure. I don't know what the story of anything is, but I mean, that was funny. Again, Steve, bravo. Apart from the trolling. Anyway, what did you guys think of this reaction? Let me know in the comments, and if you like my videos, then please hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you all on the next video.